Good morning, church. This is Reverend Ahmondra coming to you live from Center for Spiritual Living in beautiful Carlsbad, California. This morning, I want to start off with a moment to acknowledge and to remember all of those beautiful souls who made their transition this past week. I want to acknowledge and send love and light to all of those who are struggling right now to stay healthy, to stay well, to just stay alive. I also want to send love to those who lost someone and they weren't able to be with them today, or for those who are holding high watch for a loved one that is struggling with illness and they can't be with them. I want to acknowledge our essential workers, those individuals who are putting their life on the line every day to help others and to make sure that those of us who are at home get everything we need. I want to acknowledge them. I also want to acknowledge each and every person who may be experiencing a physical challenge with their work, with their income, with whatever it is. I want to acknowledge you and let you know you're not alone. You're receiving love and light. And I also want to acknowledge our elected officials who are working diligently to keep each and every one of us safe, to keep our communities safe. I just wanted to take a moment to send out that love and support this morning. So at Center for Spiritual Living, this whole month has been about transformation. And this morning, I am going to complete that conversation and I'm going to talk about personal transformation. My message today is entitled, Open a New Door and Transform Your Life. Now, in 1963, there used to be a TV show called Candid Camera. Now, I'm not old enough where I actually saw the TV show. I read about it. No, I actually saw it. Okay, the show was the first show that they had where they would set up situations and they would film people without the people understanding and knowing they would be being filmed. And the producer's name was Alan Funk. And he would set up these situations and film them. And then afterwards, they would review individuals' reactions. Well, this one situation they set up was a roadblock going into the state of Delaware. They set up a sign, and the sign said, Delaware closed today for repairs. And he stood by the side of the road. And as motorists drove up, he would stop them and he would say, I'm sorry, but Delaware is closed today for repair. And people would be like, oh, okay. And they would turn around and drive off. Until a couple of truck drivers drove up and they were delivering goods. And they started arguing with him. They was like, no, we got to deliver these goods. And he was like, well, I'm sorry. Delaware is closed. So you can't, it's closed for repairs. You can't go in. So they turned around and drove off. This lady drove up and he said, closed for repairs. And she said, really? He said, yeah, I'm sorry. You can't come in. She's like, well, is New Jersey open? And he said, sure, New Jersey's open today. She's like, okay, then I'll go to New Jersey. Now, that whole situation revealed the fact that we take erroneous beliefs as fact without questioning them, even if they defy logic. And then we just move on it. So what I would like to do this morning is to have us look into our life and I want to ask this question. What is your truth? Do you ever ask the question, is this true or is this something that someone's just telling me? What would happen in our lives if we continuously checked our beliefs? How would we begin to live if we examined what we held to be our personal truths? Suppose that we realized that we had the power to discard any belief that no longer served us. It might have served us a couple years ago, but today it no longer serves us. We have the power to reject any idea that causes us anxiety, that causes us to worry on a daily basis. We don't have to be terrorized by our own thoughts. You know those thoughts, what if, maybe, or what will they say? Who is they? We don't have to allow those thoughts to terrorize us. So I want you to imagine something right now. I want you to imagine that right now in your house, across the room, a door appeared. It's just a door. It's a closed door. And you didn't know it was there. But all of a sudden you see it. And something inside of you is saying, behind that door is your ideal life. All you have to do is turn the handle and walk through the door. Everything that you want is behind that door. Now, your ideal life means that you have clarity about what that is. But in reality, how much clarity do we actually have about our ideal life? So, what is in your ideal world? What are you doing? Who are you being in your ideal world? Who is inhabiting that ideal world with you? How are you feeling? Now, before you answer any of these questions, and we go any further on this exercise, I want to state that this is about you. It's not about them or her or him. So I don't want you to automatically start thinking, well, my ideal world would be if he just changed, or if she just did what I said, or my children would just behave the way. No, this is about you. So I want you to keep your focus on you. Your ideal world dealing with you specifically. So I gave this some thought, and I came up with answers. I came up with some clarity for my own life. This is what it is. So in my ideal world, I would be at my goal weight. I would have absolutely no health challenges, and I would always be vibrant and full of energy all the time. I am running a global online ministry where I deliver messages that God has given me to share with millions of individuals. I have a best-selling book that I have written about my life experiences and the healing and transformation that I've gone through, and I'm sharing that book with millions of women across the globe. I'm running workshops and seminars. I'm traveling to different countries. I'm experiencing different cultures. I'm creating business partnerships with individuals that live on the other side of the globe. I'm in a loving relationship with a wonderful man, and we support each other in all our life endeavors. Now, all of this is on the other side of my door. I only have to open my mind to these possibilities and have clarity, and my life would be transformed. But there's something standing in the way. So what is stopping me? What are the obstacles that are in my way, that are preventing me from stepping up to that door, turning the handle, and just walking through? Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, says this in The Science of Mind. We are divine beings with divine ideas. The divine ideas represent our true ideals. And those ideals stand behind our thoughts. Those ideals are waiting to materialize, and they have only to enter into our life by the way we think. To realize those ideals, we only need to align our thoughts with our divine ideas. So I invite you right now to look at the ideas that are behind your thoughts. Are they ideas that you developed along life? Are they ideas left over from childhood, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago? Are they beliefs and ideas that you picked up from others and you never questioned them? You just made them your truth? Like those folks who turned around on that road because someone told them the state of Delaware is closed for repairs today? So when I started looking at the ideas that were behind my thoughts, that were standing in my way and being obstacles to me living that ideal life, this is what I came up with. My transformation cannot occur until I develop new thoughts. And that those thoughts have to be in alignment with my ideas about my life. My truths have to be in alignment. They can't be opposite to my ideas. I can't want something but act a different way. This is what I found out is behind my thoughts. I can't lose weight because I have tried and tried over and over. I've done every program and it doesn't work. Women my age just have trouble losing weight. It's impossible, and it's for those women over there, but for me, that won't happen. And eventually, this extra weight is going to cause major medical problems. I can't run a global online ministry. I don't have the resources to set anything like that up. That type of huge endeavor is for someone that's already famous. I can write a book and I can publish it, but becoming a best-selling author, traveling around the world, I don't think so. I don't have the financial resources to travel all over the world and visit different cultures because I live on a fixed income. I might get in a great relationship, but it won't last because ... fill in the blanks. These thoughts that are in the background are obstacles that are preventing me from living that ideal life, stepping through that door. So all there is for me is change those ideas. And I can step up to that door, open it, and step right through. So right now, I want us to look at our current situation and what's going on in our world right now. I truly believe that we're blessed right now because we have an opportunity that we've never had before. And I'm talking about the whole world. We have been slowed down, and we have an opportunity to put our focus over here and not out there. We have an opportunity to take a really close look at our thoughts and what's really going on in our life. We get to ask ourselves these questions. What do I need to release to truly have what I desire? I can release negative feelings. I can dissolve error thinking. I can free myself from those habits that are inhibiting me or those actions that don't serve my highest good. What is actually behind that door? What is next for me? Now, I do realize that for many, this time at home has created many new challenges. I want to acknowledge that. But even if you look closely at your challenges, you will begin to see that there's new ideas in there. There's new ways of being. There's new ways of interacting with your world. There's new possibilities. Yesterday, I sat in my house, in my living room, and I went to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting in Germany. And then I went to another one in Scotland. And I went to a women's 4-hour marathon meeting with women from all over the world. South Africa, Spain, Italy. Right here in my living room. My world has expanded way beyond anything that I could ever think of. And now I have contacts and friends in other parts of the world simply because I have had to stay and sit down in my home and be quiet. In closing, I want to say it's in our best interest to remember we are divine beings, wonderfully made. Whatever challenges you are coping with in your life, they cannot discourage you unless you allow them to. Because we have to remember, God is within. God is within, out. God always has our back. You can choose to be a perfect expression of your divine nature. Because it is truly, truly our gift that we can give into the world to transform others' lives as well as our own lives. I was once told by a wise woman when I was struggling with something in my life. She looked at me and she said, no one can take your blessings from you, but you can give them away simply by not realizing that you have them. We all have blessings all around us. I invite you to take a little time to sit and to begin to look at these blessings and how these blessings can help you move the obstacles that might be in your way so that you can step through a new door and transform your life. Remind yourself that you have everything within to create a new experience because you are one with the divine. You can focus on gratitude and blessings that surround you, just like I just mentioned. You do not have to be swayed by outward appearances. You can continue to see yourself whole, perfect, and complete because as a divine being, that's what you are. You can maintain faith in your ability to move forward and transform not only your life, but the life on this planet. So yes, we are currently in a rapidly changing world and we don't have answers. We have a lot of questions. But just knowing and understanding that you have the power within to change your perception of what is happening can be your saving grace. I am constantly reminding myself everything is in divine right order. Humankind is going to be okay. Each and every one of us has a gift because God endowed us with gifts. You have your own unique gift to give to the world. We can each live that ideal life when we get clarity about what that is and clarity about what's keeping us from it. We need to keep our minds open, guard our thoughts, constantly examine and disregard those beliefs that no longer serve us. I'm to this, I'm not that. We can discard all of those thoughts. I invite you to spend time while we're sequestered here at home, looking at your life, examining your thoughts, writing down those things that you want in your world. I want to share a reading this morning from the Daily Word. It's actually from yesterday. With so much struggle and strife in the world today, prayer is a powerful blessing for humanity. Each person has the opportunity and responsibility of making the world a better place for everyone. When we recognize God's presence and power within our hearts and our minds, we begin to express our spiritual nature more fully in the world. I take my mindful, intentional thoughts into prayer to access a higher consciousness of peace, joy, and abundance. Thoughts become prayers when I intentionally think to bring forth into my world a better vision of this world. As my mind aligns more fully with my divinity, I embody my unique role and use my unique gifts, shining my light outward. My prayers support me and others as beacons of light, even during dark times. I want to invite each of us to join with millions of others across the planet every day at 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. in your time zone to send out love and light to the planet, to individuals. Just take 5 minutes. Set your alarm to go off every day, 11 a.m., 11 p.m., and just let love emanate from your heart. Because every single hour, for 24 hours, there is individuals sending love, sending light to our planet. We're sending out an energy that can begin to transform everything that's happening in our world. So today, this is what I want to leave you with. Give yourself the gift of living your ideal life. Walk through that door and transform your life. You deserve it. It's yours. It's yours by your birthright. I want to add a blessing to each and every one of you, and I want to add a blessing to this world, understanding and knowing our earth is healing and we are healing along with it. Have a blessed week. Bye.